Hello everyone and welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. Today we're going to be taking an apart in an open tag. This is the SAK pack by John over at JO Ventures Outdoors. Recently released this tag pretty much to show a Swiss Army knife to be part of the SAK pack. So this is John's channel. Please go check him out and subscribe. He's got some really great content and he's another big lover of Swiss Army knives like myself and John over at Thrifty Kniffy. But I will link his channel in the description in the title, so if you want to check him out, go and do so. We're going to be taking a look at a slightly older Victorinox model today. Now, this model is part of the Evolution sort of series, the Delamont Evolution series. Now, this was originally a Wenger model, which was the Forester, which I have here. This one is in like blue Wenger scales. Was an advertising knife, you can see. It's a 4-layer design. Same tool set on this. This is the pre-Evolution scale, so just the standard flat scales. But anyway, on with this. So this is the Evolution 17. This is Victorinox's take on it after they bought out Wenger. So it went from being the Wenger Evo 17 to the Victorinox Evolution 17 as part of the Delamont range. Now, Delamont is mainly a Wenger thing, so they sort of carried this over. But unfortunately, the Delamont series, like the Evolutions and things like that, are actually discontinued now, which is a bit of a shame because they do have these ergonomic scales on there. It's kind of hard to make out, seeing you know it's worn and used. It's not a brand new knife. This is a secondary one that I got in a big batch of knives. Actually, I got from Dan over at Blade Bridge Customs. You can see the Evolution scale. It's got like a dimpled out here, and then a rise bit in the middle, and it really does, like, to hold it in this sort of pinch grip, both left and right-handed, is really comfortable. Now, you can get an Evo grip as well, which leaves these sort of lower areas do have like a rubberized grip on them, which is great for like wet hands and things like that. But I really like the original classic look of the red sort of Cellidor scales. You can see we've got the white Victorinox shield there on Cellidor, and you can see it's slightly sort of upswept design, very, very slightly. Of course, the grip on the scales. You get the keyring on the back here with the tweezers on the front and the toothpick on the back. Now, some of the main changes that Victorinox sort of put into place when they took over Wenger and started producing these for themselves is they changed the front of the scale. So you can see here there is a cutout on the Wenger, so you can open the punch from the front. Now, Victorinox left it with their original design, so there's no cutout and you have to open the punch from the back. As well as that, Victorinox added in their own cap lifter rather than using the Wenger designed one here, which is obviously much more aggressive on the Wenger. But apart from that, other than that, really, it's honestly just the toothpick and tweezers that are slightly different. But apart from that, pretty much the same as the Wenger model. I did give this a good ultrasonic clean, sharpen the blades, polish it up, give it a bit of an oil in, that sort of stuff, just to get it back in a proper working order. So I'm going to start carrying this one and using it, because I do think it's a really nice model. So you get the standard tin opener there with the small flathead screwdriver. Left hand side of the opening layer then you get the larger flathead driver with the cap lifter and the wire bender down here. Now, this doesn't have a half stop like on the Wengers, but it does have a mechanism where if you push it in, I don't know if you're going to be able to do it so you can see it, but you can push this in and it locks. You can see I'm moving it and it doesn't move, and then you let go and then it opens again. So it pushes back and it sort of disengages the lock or the mechanism so that it can't close on you. So when you push in and screw in, it's not going to be wobbling around like that. I think that's a great thing to have. Next layer then, we have the saw. Again, slightly different to the Victorinox saws. It's a bit more chunky and a little bit less length, of course, but this is an 85mm, so slightly different to the 91s and the 84s from Victorinox. But the tool length on this, we have nearly 2 3/4 inches on the tool length of that, and you get the nice flat edge there, which rests down this little bit of the back spring here to stop any sort of teeth getting flattened. And you can see this saw doesn't look like it's been used at all, and them teeth are really aggressive. Next up then, we have the scissor layer. Now, these are different from the Victorinox scissors, and they're the same as the original Wenger ones, where you have this sort of spring bar design here, and the scissors are actually serrated. Now for certain tasks, more sort of rough use, outdoor, maybe you're pruning branches, things like, well, branches, more like pruning leaves and flower buds off, things like that. These are perfect for that. But for cutting paper and things, honestly, they're not the best, but they are razor sharp. Another thing I'm not a big fan of with these, Victorinox ones, you can replace the spring if it breaks. If this breaks, you have to take apart the whole knife and buy another bar or send it back and get it redone for you. So in a long run, I have had a couple of the Victorinox older ones, that is like really old 60s models where the spring's broken. And I have got one of these, like a more recent one, where it's broken as well, which is a shame. And it pretty much makes the scissors, well, useless unless you're able to get it sorted yourself or maybe send it off to Dan and he'll replace it for you. I think he does these, not 100% sure. Then we have the main blade. Same as the Wenger main blade then, you get that nice really fat bodied spear or fat bellied spear blade. See, there's a little bit of usage on this blade. I did put a nice razor sharp edge back on it, nice and uniform all the way down. You can see on the tang we get Victorinox, Swiss made, and then Delamont underneath. No half stop, nice action. It's about 5.5 and then about a 6 in the open position. Blade length, we are looking at tip to tang of just over 2.5, 2.6 inches, and then a cutting edge of 2.25 inches. So a very UK legal knife, one that's not going to cause you any trouble at all. And then finally, on the back, we have the sort of nail cleaner and nail file. Now, I love this about the Wenger models and the Delamont. I really wish Victorinox would, sort of apart from the Cadet and the Companion, I wish they would put more nail files on their regular models. Now, do I have anything against the pen blades? No, I think they're great. They're perfect for opening boxes and packages. But do I need 2 blades on one Swiss Army knife with a big main blade on there? No, I much prefer the nail file. I think it's much more useful. And then on the back, of course, you get the corkscrew and the punch on there as well with the sewing eye. Overall, a really great model from Victorinox, taking over the baton from Wenger, and they kept producing these for quite a number of years afterwards, but as I mentioned at the start, I'm pretty sure they are discontinued now. It is an 85mm in total, which is 3.5 inches closed. The model number for this then is 2.3913.E, E standing for Evolution, part of the Delamont range at Victorinox. But there we go. I hope you really enjoyed my open tag response to JO's SAK pack. Please be sure to like, subscribe and ring that bell for notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.